It's week 3 of the National Football League, and it's presented by EA Sports. It's the Buccaneers and the Bears, and it comes your way next.
Come on, time to play! Hey, keep it going, dog. Keep it going.
Soldier Field opened back in 1924 with the Bears becoming 10-71, and what a home field advantage it has become here in Chicago. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerged from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we, as the Bears get set to match up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. To return it, Darius Phillips. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. And leading them out there, their 6'5" quarterback.
We knew about the great mind coming out of Duke, and we saw the athletic ability and the potential. Watching it all come together and get better with each passing year, that's been fun. He can throw it deep, throw it short, and of course take off out of the pocket and beat you with his legs as well.
Now Jones. And he finds Howard complete. 7 yards to pick up there. This defense for the Bears very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Throwing Jones. It's caught by Mike Evans. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. The sack there by Bradley Chubb.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. He wants it all for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow. Out of bounds at the 1-yard line. So here are the Bears banked up to start their initial drive. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And I think if you're handing out hardware through 2 weeks of the season, he might be your MVP. Already 7 touchdown passes in just 2 games. As we do know, though, in real life, they don't hand you out anything this early. A lot of games left to get through between now and the playoffs.
And he'll get him a little space here up to the 5-yard line. They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher, 3rd and 6.
That was a terrific play, causing a loss. As a middle linebacker, simple. You can either fill holes or you can attack them, as he did there.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
Here comes the Bears punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their 2nd drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun, Jones. And it's incomplete.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
Airing this one out for Evans. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Yeah, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Off play action, Fields. Open man, that's Devontae Smith.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. Shifts past him at the 45. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. Now a give here to Pollard. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Coming up on 2nd and 7. Fields. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now they try the right side here. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A much different second drive here, Charles. They go 3 and out the first time. This time they've been able to sustain something downfield.
And that's what often happens. You get the game started. You know, you have to get your footing underneath you. You have to get used to the flow of the game, the speed of the game. And sometimes that first drive is more of a probing drive. It appears they found something here in the second one.
They'll run on first down. Pollard. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. To throw is Fields. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Fields. Over the middle here to Brown. And the Bears are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. First and goal at the 1. Pollard. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
Well, I know a defensive coordinator is going to be pretty excited by what he just saw there. Great knockback by their front. And now with the ball where it is, I would expect to see the offense throw the ball on 2nd and 3rd down here.
They'll try to run this one in. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup.
After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. This Tampa Bay defense, they held strong on the first 2 plays. Now 3rd and goal. A play fake, now Fields to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Noah Brown, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bears have taken the early lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears. That drive a long one, spanning 15 plays. And the end result is a Bears touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. On the return, Phillips. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. So out come the Bucs now. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. Here's a give to Fournette. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. The Bucs on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll be the call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Here's Michael Palardy now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Bears take over. So here are the Bears to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. The Bears on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Play action. It's Fields. Looking here for Smith downfield. And this is taken in at the 5. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A huge play there for Chicago. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And that is absolutely demoralizing for a defense because you've got the offense on the ropes. It's 3rd down. You're trying to get off the field, and then wham. You have a letdown in the secondary, and you give up a big one.
And the final number on Next Gen Stats, how about this? 71 yards through the air.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try again. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. This Tampa Bay defense, they held strong on the first 2 plays. Now 3rd and goal. He'll try to run this one in. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Let's think here. You're still just in the 2nd quarter. You taking the 3 points?
I am taking the 3 points, and I'm just relying on my defense here. Show them you have a little confidence in them, and let the offense know, nice drive. Come back next time. We'll go get 6 then, but for now, we'll take the 3.
Blankenship's kick is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Back to throw. Jones.
This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up.
Now Jones from the gun on 3rd down. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A handoff to Fournette. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Fournette running out of the gun. Fights him off. And he's going to take this down close to a 1st down at about the Bears' 33. The Bucs on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. On 3rd down, Fournette. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the 1st. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. We'll check on his status when we get back. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A shotgun give to Fournette. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Let's go, baby.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
First time into the red zone for the Buccaneers. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. Now Leonard Fournette. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
The running game's playing a huge part in getting him down to this point on the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone, keep going for it.
No doubt about it. Dance with what brung you.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. 2nd and goal from the 1. Fournette. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. This is the most important of them all, 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Jones. This is caught. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal.
Well, the coverage was tight that time. They allowed the pass underneath to him, but they rallied to him pretty fast, too. Converged on him and got him down. That'll bring up 4th down.
And now the Tampa Bay field goal unit comes out here. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And his kick is indeed good. So a conservative decision there, but it does put him on the board.
And I know the players hate it and the coaches hate it, but sometimes you just got to take the points when they're there. Sometimes a field goal is pretty darn good.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This one taken just inside the 10. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Come on now, let's go.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
Here's Fields.
Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Here comes the Bears punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Back now comes Tampa Bay.
Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. To throw again on 2nd down. Jones. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And that will set him up in excellent shape. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? First and goal. Following the fumble recovery, Fields. He's got it. Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's second and goal.
Yeah, baby! Yeah!
Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. They'll try to run this one in, and he will fight his way in. Not giving up there, and he's got a Bears touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead is now 17-3. A nice tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only 1 play to score. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. From the gun on third down, Jones. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Now a play fake here on first down. And that's complete. It's the tight end Daniels. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Back to throw again. That's caught by Howard. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones out to the left there and complete to Howard. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Again, he'll drop to throw. Washington's got it. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones, he's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line. Blowing that play up, Roquan Smith as he gets the sack. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front seven defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance, they've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
Jones now on third down. Open man is Howard, the tight end. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Now a timeout signal for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And a second field goal here gets him back within 11 now. It's 17-6. So another good job defensively because they've allowed 3 trips into the red zone, but only the 2 field goals.
Yeah, that's the bend but don't break, isn't it? And they really didn't get broken at all because if you're running off the field having allowed 2 field goals and 3 trips in the red zone, you've actually come out ahead.
Yeah, flip it over to the other side. The offense, they'll hope to cash in for 6 next trip. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we come upon halftime here at Soldier Field with the Bears out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Time to give you folks at home a look around the NFL on this first official weekend of fall. So let's get to it. We'll begin up at legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. And it's the Browns who have the lead late in the first half. Jarvis Landry, a touchdown reception. From there, we'll head to Washington to check out the football team at home at FedEx Field. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting New England Patriots. Antonio Gibson leading the way on the ground there. Finally, let's get to Philadelphia. Check on the Eagles at home at Lincoln Financial Field. And they've got the lead at halftime over the visiting Carolina Panthers. It's Jalen Hurts with a couple of touchdown passes. Moving on, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in the first half for Tampa Bay. And they didn't get a whole lot accomplished through the air in those first 2 quarters of play. They'll need to up their game if they want to rally all the way back. Meanwhile, for the Bears, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. From the 6. And he returns this to the 22. And the Bears offense set to go to begin the third quarter. They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Here's Fields. That's complete right side to Kmet. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Averaging 50 yards of boot so far as this one's away. And this will be taken at the 13. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run it again with Fournette. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
Third down now, and those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
From the gun, Jones.
And, that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down.
Palardy now on to punt as he sends this one away.
And a fair catch taken here right at about the 40-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Chicago offense set to get started.
This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
On 2nd and 10, Fields.
Flush to his right.
And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Fields on 1st down.
Flushed out right.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. They'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. And to give this time to the tailback.
And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt.
That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Fournette. 44 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Out of the pistol, it's Fournette. He'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite powering through the tackle. From the 39, Jones. Throw right side, caught by O.J. Howard. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 41. Now Jones. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue, not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
Here's Jones on 1st down. Complete to Washington. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Throwing, Jones. Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin there to make the grab. And the Bucs have made this a one-score game. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time, they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This one taken just inside the 10. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Bears now ready to take over again. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games. And we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the 3rd quarter.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Pollard. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
A shotgun snap, Fields.
This will be caught by Brown.
And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43.
Now Fields.
Steps away to his left. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard.
And he gets it down to the 32.
49 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now it's Fields.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Vita Vea breaking through to get the sack. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long.
It's Bears football here. They also have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. And a throw there going to be incomplete. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, that one hurts a bit. That was a golden opportunity to possibly put this one on ice, but he comes up empty.
And how big of a miss might that turn out to be? Stay tuned. There's still time left on the clock. This could be critical.
Still a 1-score game. Had he hit that, it would have been 2 scores. The Bucs ready to take over once again. And still just down 1 score. We'll see how big of a role that missed field goal plays, because it, of course, could have pushed this to a 2-possession deficit for them.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Fournette, a 1st down carry. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Second down, back to Fournette.
And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They go play action here on 1st down. He finds his target. It's Evans. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
To throw again on second down. Jones. There's Evans again. Complete. And the Buccaneers are going to be set up with a first and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And a catch right side by Evans. That's good for a gain of 6, second and goal. They'll run. Here's Janovich, the fullback. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And Fournette trying to power his way forward, but I don't think he got there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4.
That was a huge play on 3rd down, so now what? Do you go for it? Do you trust your offense? Or do you want to put on your defense to try and get the ball back? Me? I'm going for it right here.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. They'll try and run for it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
His second rushing touchdown of the year and 3rd overall. And the Bucs are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Now Joey Slye for the point after.
And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And as the numbers show, he really wasn't in the mix at the beginning, but they've got him in the rotation now, and it's proved a good move.
And that's what happens when you're a good player. There's a lot more attention drawn to you, and it's obvious that they had him in their game plan on defense, not letting him get off to a good start, but he's found a way so far here in the second half.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Pollard. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
2nd down and 7.
They'll run left with Pollard. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs.
To throw is Fields.
This is Smith with a grab. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
And that's how you pick up a 1st down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Fields now to throw.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
With a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Got a man. It's Brown. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Rodrigo Blankenship with an important one.
This to break our 4th quarter tie. And that is no good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. What a tough spot to miss a kick. Just an absolute letdown.
Look, they got themselves in the field goal range, gave them a chance to take the lead. They come up empty, and now you wonder, will their offense ever see the football again?
Yeah, because on the other side, one through the post, and this thing could be over.
Back now comes Tampa Bay. Their defense was able to hold serve, albeit with a little help from that missed field goal as they settle in now 1st and 10.
They begin with a run by Fournette. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. A handoff to Fournette. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Jones to throw on 3rd down.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There's pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
Here comes Justin Fields and the rest of the Bears offense.
And the stats on the screen tell the story. A great start. This defense, they've made some good adjustments, though. He's fallen off since.
Have to like what they did at the half, but you also have to like the fact that they hung in there. Despite the fact they had a tough first half, he was locked in, right? Rocking and rolling. They came out, made their adjustments, got their confidence back. Now they're causing him all sorts of trouble.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Here's Fields. Over the middle, and that's caught by Kmet.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game.
Fields.
It's caught. Smith. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room.
And he will have the Bears 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Back to throw. Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-body tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back.
They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Now a handoff looking right. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 71 yards rushing for him now as he's toted it 21 times.
Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. Now here's Pollard, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Tony Pollard, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears have taken the lead.
And that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to make a little bit more time off. Now on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. On the return, Phillips. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So now the Bucs down by 7. And time, a huge factor. Their perfect start to the season in jeopardy unless they can score here as they've got it 1st and 10. Now Jones. Jones hit and the ball's out. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Khalil Mack in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Jones. He's going to let it fly. And it's a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Here's Jones. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. The win for the Bears just around the corner. They go down to a knee. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And this coaching staff, CD, I think you'd agree, pleased with this overall effort.
Oh, I think they're more than pleased, right? They've got to look at each other like, wow, we just pulled this one off in a big way. Great job of motivating. Even better job of game planning. They were facing a top 10 defense, so they had to make sure that everything was buttoned down, and they had it ready to go, and their guys executed.
Yeah, they were concerned not only about moving the ball through the air, but also on the ground, but both really started to come in sync. So for the Bears, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Denver Broncos next week. Meanwhile, for the Buccaneers, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Arizona Cardinals.